As we're waiting for the next bill to be called, I want to take a moment of personal privilege, please.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, as we all know, Monday is Memorial Day, and we're going to be honoring those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. And I was at a ceremony last week on Saturday, and Norwalk is very fortunate to have two Medal of Honor recipients. John Magrath is one of them, and Daniel Shea is the other. And I wanted to just, and I'm sure many of us can talk about veterans in our communities who have given the ultimate sacrifice and those who've done so much, but I was really moved by this speech that was written by Jeff DeWitt, who is a veteran himself and made a career in the military, and who's come back to be a veterans liaison for the city of Norwalk. And in his speech, he talked about John Magrath, and I wanted to just read a little about his bio, and some of which was put in the speech. And so if I can just take a moment, indulge the chamber on this, I would appreciate it. John David Magrath, who is buried in Section 20 of the Riverside Cemetery in Norwalk, and is laid to rest there. And the mayor and I had the opportunity and the honor to lay a wreath there last Saturday. But on November 12th of 1948, a train with his casket arrived at the South Norwalk train station at 12:28 p.m. The casket was placed on a cask and pulled by a truck and went from the station down Monroe Street to West Avenue. And it talks a little bit about how people came out and his funeral and everything else. But a little bit more about him. He was actually born on July 4th of 1924 in Norwalk. He was an Eagle Scout. He sang in the church and Norwalk High School choirs. When he registered for the draft in December 1942, he was listed at 5'10", 170 pounds. He enlisted on April 4th, 1943, while still a junior at Norwalk High School, with three friends who were all in the Norwalk Ski Club. They wanted to be in the ski troops. After boot camp and then mountain training at Camp Hale, Colorado, Private First Class Magrath was assigned to the famous 10th Mountain Division in the mountains of Italy. John Magrath gave his life for this country in an especially heroic and valiant way, also serving as a member, in a heroic and valiant way. Also serving as a member of the 10th Mountain Division and seriously wounded on the same mountain as John Magrath was future vice presidential candidate and senator from Kansas, Lieutenant Bob Dole. And so, Madam President, I just wanted to, the speech is much longer and certainly talk more about John Magrath and Daniel Shea in the community. But I thought it was important to recognize as we enter into Memorial Day weekend that we recognize some of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and those who have been especially recognized for their bravery in World War II and Vietnam and all of our other wars that we've had, and that we take time to know who these veterans are. They left us a long time ago, and sometimes after a while we forget who they are. But I think it's important for us here on the floor of the Senate, in the House, and other places in our communities to always remember who they are, whether we name bridges or highways, sections of the highway, or talk about them here, that we always remember those who fought so valiantly for the freedom of our country. So thank you to my colleagues for the indulgence of this opportunity to talk a little bit about John Magrath. Thank you, Madam President.